It's time for the Steve and Kyle podcast with Steve.
Right? You didn't see like a random teenager out in the neighborhood. Hey!
Yeah.
You ever free to watch my kids?
See you at 7.
Yeah. Come on by. Don't mind me. I'll be the guy in the boxers.
It's like the one thing that every parent warns their kids about.
So
I think, on second thought, she's getting here at 6:30. I think I'm going to be in the car by 6:15, just kind of sitting in there.
And Kyle.
I'm kind of thinking you almost have to wear an outfit over your outfit.
Yeah.
Until like...
That's going to be the likely scenario.
And then have Annette drive so you can do the weird wiggle in the passenger seat as you
Take my pants
disrobe.
Trying to think this is not a great idea.
But yeah, maybe we should make a backup contingency.
Now, here they are, two guys who are living in style, Steve and Kyle.
Apologies. I'm enjoying my breakfast as we sit here at 7:34 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the intro started rolling at about 7:32. That might be the record. I don't know that we've
You
done
think so?
Yeah, I think that the last time we did a really early one, it was like 7:40-ish.
Yeah.
7:45.
Yeah.
So we're all about setting records here.
Yeah, it makes sense to get into, as we sniff year 10, to start really ramping up the way we do this thing and making it different as possible every time we sit down to record.
Well, for a while back in the 2016, 2017, 2018 era of the podcast, we were going for just longevity.
Yeah.
We had 3-hour episodes.
Yeah, I was just looking for a soul to talk to. So it wouldn't even be podcast day. And I'd just be hanging out on the stoop.
Yeah.
Just one leg sticking out because, again, it was in a cast because I ruptured my Achilles.
Oh, I remember those days well. You had to come into the house and sit down and basically scoot down the slides on your butt like a kid who was learning to walk, but not quite 100% confident on his feet yet.
And I would just sit near your property and just kind of look in the window, knock on the door, say, hey, want to do a podcast?
Yeah, you got your little notepad in hand.
Yeah.
With a couple ideas scribbled on it.
I've been taking down funny things. And then just begged to record for 3 hours because I knew once that was over, it was back to like putting my foot up so it wasn't swollen.
And watching Cheers. Yeah.
Which I know what you're thinking. As you sit across from me, you go, damn, that sounds nice.
It sounds pretty good. Compare it to your life now.
Yeah.
What would you give to have that right now? Even just for a day. Just for a day that you had to do nothing. If you knew that nobody was going to ask anything of you. Your big goal or your big action for the day is like to get out of bed, maybe make breakfast.
Yeah.
Cup of coffee.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned something like that because I pulled up to your house this morning absolutely disgusted.
Oh, no. What have I done? Oh, I know why.
Because I'm sitting here on the 2nd of November.
Yeah.
Okay. Staring at the barrel of Turkey Day.
Yeah. Not quite the gales of November.
Not quite. Trust me. We are on it. We know when the gales of November. And we know when they come early.
Yeah.
Because that's the most important thing to remember about the gales.
I love, by the way, how social media has just wrapped its arms around the Edmund Fitzgerald and those 28 souls plus one
28
greedy hook.
I'll say a little quieter because I don't want to stake claim to it. So I'm going to ask you, were we?
Yes.
Okay.
I know where you're going with that. Yeah. Sorry, I'm enjoying my quiche.
Nope, you're fine.
Breakfast quiche. I'll even pull my mic down so you don't hear the. No, I'm not going to do that.
We already lost a net.
Keep the mic up and enjoy this.
I'm pretty positive we were ahead of the game on the Eddie Fitz. And I don't want to, plant our flag on the top of the mountain. But I'm willing to plant our flag.
We're in the death zone, at least.
That's the perfect way to put it. It's like when people are climbing Everest. And in this case, Everest is talking about a 40 to 50-year-old.
It's 50, man.
50. Yeah, no, I know. But like when we started talking.
Oh, yeah, it would have been 40.
A 40 to 50-year-old industrial boat sinking in a Great Lake in northern Michigan.
In November.
In November. I would be comfortable saying you and I were near the forefront of that.
Mm-hmm.
So now the reels are people building Eddie Fitz for their Halloween costume and sinking in their pool. Saw that one a couple nights ago.
Yep.
The reels are...
That one really got me, too.
That was a good one.
He just tipped over, and he went down with the ship.
Yeah. That was a good one. There was the... Why are men so emotional? And then it shows a guy just singing along in his bathroom with like a beer to the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Uh-huh.
So you and I don't know how we missed any wave. Apparently we need to go back and add all of our hashtags to it. Or maybe we should make, how long do you think it would take us to cut up a montage of our singing efforts?
So, a super cut from the last 10 years. Because I'm confident that we've done this 8 of the last 10 years.
Maybe I go back. Maybe I'll try to do that in time for and post it on our social media and pull like first verse from the first year we did it, the second verse from the second year, and just on and on until
so you can see the progression.
Yeah, because obviously you and I have gotten better. That's
well, I mean, it's one of the most consistent things in my life.
It really is. There's a couple things that come around, right? It's the holidays, which we all know, and it's the wreck of the Eddie Fitz singing on this very podcast every year.
Yep.
And last year, I feel like we were in danger. I think we almost forgot it last year, which is an embarrassment because we knew. I walked outside and I go, whew, but it's a bit gaily this morning. And then I texted you. I was like, hey, what day is it?
You hopped in your car. You took a drive by Gitchy Gumi.
And I texted you, hey, what day is it?
Mm-hmm.
And you said, I don't know, November early. And it's, damn it. The Gales have come early.
Yeah.
But we're not going to let that happen. It is all, we are all set to go to properly memorialize the Eddie Fitz and those 28 souls and one selfish fry cookie, as we've come to memorialize him next week here on the podcast, as we do every year. Again, the longest tenured Eddie Fitz memorializing podcast in the podcast space.
I think the most hyper-focused as well.
No question. If anybody else has referenced the cookie, not serving the men their final meal.
Yeah, their beans or something.
Yeah. And that's really all it was. It was like beans and melted cheese, probably. Right?
But not, it's Velveeta. So
yes.
It's not even, you can't even call it cheese.
Yeah. There is nobody who has discussed that point of contention more than we have. I'm confident in that fact.
I wonder if we could go back and pinpoint, because in the early days, there has to be a point where one of us said something like, wait a minute, the cook wouldn't even feed him?
Right.
Like, I want to hear the origin of that. If we could find that and make that like the flashback in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, we can plan on that being somehow we will dive into the origin of why we care about the Edmund Fitzgerald and why this podcast is the number one hater of the family. Well, I don't have a problem with the family, although their dad was a deadbeat. It's his parents. I'll put it on his parents. That's fair. That's fair. Of the cook. We'll plan on making that the flashback this week. But I pulled up here today, and I was embarrassed. Not by just you, but a lot of you. Yeah, I know where this is going. Swing around the corner of the Zach. Check in at the Butler stand. Yep. All the normal when you pull in here on a weekend. And as I round into the driveway, what do I see? Carved pumpkins galore. Deflated vampire Bluey. Oh, there's no vampire Bluey. Come on. I'm sorry. You dummy. Vampire Mickey? That's Mickey and Minnie. That's right. Of course. I'm sorry. I don't mix and match. I don't have like Bluey standing next to Santa Claus. Nope. standing next to Jehovah. I have to tell you,
the biggest upset would be a Bluey next to Jehovah for your Halloween display.
Can you get a Jehovah?
Yeah, I'll post that on the poll. Can you get a Jehovah for Halloween? And it's all still up. Mm-hmm. And I think I audibly sighed in the car. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah. But I want to ask you something different this year because I feel like we've run through this tale many times, enough times of where I tell you, you got to start acting like you care about these things. You've added the Govey lights. That was a big deal.
Look, I think I'm still ahead.
You're absolutely
ahead. That. Boy, I had like 4 conversations this weekend alone about the Govies, and I didn't start them. It was people reaching out to me saying, hey, what's going on here? I want in on this.
I'm trying to think of if there's any other tangible things that because I believe there's a few that we have talked about in this podcast that have come to fruition and impacted your life. Not impacting being like taking up time of your life, but like changes you have made or have happened around the house that we have talked about in this podcast, and that's why they've come to fruition. The biggest one will inevitably be when we carve out the RC car track in your backyard.
Yeah.
TBD.
Oh, boy. That's got to be a spring project, right?
It has to be. I mean, just while you're ripping one piece of that wood siding off and then you run to the backyard, you dig another trench for the RC track. But I want to ask something different today because I think you already know that you're a dirtbag for leaving up the Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
No offense.
Yeah. No, of course not. Honestly, the plan was, I think today we're supposed to get a little bit of sun.
Oh, are you?
So I'm planning on inflating them so they dry out because they're just completely soaked and mashed into the ground at this point.
That's the worst.
But dry them out, take them down.
Because I want to come to you today hat in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So I listen. I'm not going to shame you about having your Halloween decor out on November 2nd. Does it like...
Despite having just shamed me about having
No. You must...
Oh, that's right. I forgot you said... No offense.
Yeah, you must have missed that part. I want to. I mean, we all know that that's among the worst things you can do, and a violation of the neighborhood code and offensive to everybody around. Yeah, but that's not why we're here.
All right. Yeah.
That's not why we're getting into it. I want to know how to do it because this Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I was outside until 10:40 at night, pulling down outside decor, boxing it up, hauling it downstairs, finding space on the storage rack, me taking apart or carrying 2 halves of a 7-foot tall pig butcher.
What?
Down the stairs, hoping his head doesn't fall off.
You have a 7-foot tall pig butcher?
Yeah, he's a big pig holding a meat cleaver.
Oh, okay.
He points at you, talks to you.
What's he say?
Stuff about like, you've had your chance, now it's my turn. So, he's a pig.
Butcher.
Right. So he's a pig who, he's tired of his kind.
Gotcha. So he's butchering.
Yeah.
Wait.
He's got the butcher hat on.
Hold on. He's a pig.
Yeah.
That butchers other pigs.
No, Steve, that's where you're mistaken.
Oh, okay.
And that listen, common mistake in the pig butcher community.
Because when you first said pig butcher, I assumed human who butchers pigs.
No.
Okay.
No. He's a pig who butchers humans because humans for too long have been butchering pigs.
Oh, okay. So
now that he is on 2 upright feet with 2 human arms.
Gotcha. He's getting his revenge.
It's time to get his revenge. Okay. So as I'm hauling all this stuff downstairs.
Is that a new thing, by the way? Is that like a modern reference? Is that...
No, it's just an animatronic that I purchased.
Okay.
My first full-size animatronic that I bought this year.
Okay.
As I'm hauling that downstairs, I'm thinking to myself, somebody needs to give me therapy so I can just go to bed and not worry about this. There is something so internal where I decide, apparently, that waking up on 11/1 and walking out to a living room full of Halloween decor and a garage full of stuff that I've, pulled out of the yard or whatever so it doesn't get rained on, Halloween decor is unacceptable.
Boy, that's a That's an interesting one.
And for a long time now, even back when I lived at my parents' house, and I would decorate that house for Halloween. I've loved doing this for a long time. But I am now to the point, Steve, where I think I need to cry for help. I'm old enough.
Specifically about taking down decorations the day of the holiday.
Just Halloween.
Okay. Well, don't you do this on Christmas too?
No, I'll not like day after. I'm a little more casual with that. Now, granted, I do not have, my 8-foot inflatable Santa Claus out in the middle of January. Unless there's a boatload of snow that has now covered all of those things that I can't get to it. Other than that, they're going to be down by the new year, right?
Okay.
I'll take similar to what you have planned with Mickey and Minnie. I'll hang them over random objects in the garage so they dry out because I don't want to put disgusting, wet, dirty things back in storage. But this year, as I'm sitting there at nearly 11 p.m., having trouble getting off the couch because, we walked however many houses with Reed and his friends to go trick-or-treating. We, I handed out candy. I spent hours before that putting stuff up.
Yeah.
Feet just on fire. Legs burning. And again, trouble getting up from the couch because I'm now so sore.
Yeah.
I thought I feel like I don't want help with any other of my defaults or my faults.
Okay.
So let's keep all of those for the back burner.
That might be an issue.
Yeah.
Because now you need to find a therapist because therapists deal in all sorts of different areas.
Wide range of talent.
Yeah, you got like trauma therapists and marriage therapists and all sorts of stuff. I don't know that you're going to be able to find specifically I don't want to feel obligated to take down my Halloween decorations on Halloween night therapist.
I mean, I guess I'll post in the poll. Does anybody know
of
a Halloween decoration related therapist? Because I feel like maybe you're right. Maybe they don't exist, but maybe that person's just been sitting in their rented office space for decades now, just waiting for me to come in.
We got one?
Wait, what? This thing actually exists?
As they yell to their imaginary secretary because there's no chance they can afford to pay a secretary since no one has been by in months.
I just need somehow a nudge, more likely some mental help on how I could just say, hey, Kyle, it's okay, bud. You had a good night. Reed got candy. Hung out with his friends. They loved the house. He was turning on the fog machine. They were looking at, jumping spider, the pig butcher yelling at him. I've got a guy in a stockade. I've got a jail cell with a blinking. I've got, Steve, the decorations galore.
Yeah.
I need someone, and maybe, now that we're here, maybe that's you, to come over and maybe next year on 10/31 Halloween.
Okay.
Like just slowly, gently nudge me inside. Almost like when you see, like events are ending and you've got, or restaurants closing, you got a guy in wide arms, right? But it's a welcoming wide arm. Sure. Kind of shuffling people towards the door.
Not really a bouncer. Yeah. More of a, just a master of ceremonies type thing.
I feel like I need you to do that to me.
Okay.
At like 9.
Just like right into your bedroom.
Just in the house. Say, don't worry about these.
It's all right, man.
Yeah.
Hey, the baseball game's on. You want to go catch a pitch?
Look at that. It's the middle of the 5th. And they're hitting. Who, Steve? Oh, it's okay, buddy. Just keep going. Right? Because I'm now Uncle Junior from The Sopranos.
Right.
After he starts showing signs of dementia.
Yeah. You're just losing it.
That's what I need you to do with 38-year-old me for Halloween.
Okay.
Because I think this year may have been a tipping point for me.
All right, hold on. I'm pulling up my calendar.
I don't think Katie's interested in it.
I wanted to know, what is Katie's reaction like when that happens? So it's 10 o'clock, 10:30, whatever, Halloween night.
Important to note that I start this at 8.
The night is winding down.
Yeah.
Everybody's had a great time. Reed is just over the moon with all of the different candies that he got, hanging out with his buds. It's the perfect time to just, hey, let's, once Reed goes to bed, we'll just sit down on the couch and just maybe turn on our favorite show or have a nice conversation, do a crossword puzzle, anything. But no. Kyle marches into the room. Halloween over.
It is.
Is it like this has to be done by midnight Cinderella type thing?
See, no, I left a few outside. I had I strung up some solar lights on my fence in the backyard, and we had built like a kind of a haunted fence, right? So it's all like broken and small that we'd put along the side of our driveway.
Yeah,
and there was a large, like essentially a jail cell, like a probably 3 feet by 3 feet. I remember
the picture of the jail cell.
And those things were not getting put away Halloween night. But as I'm sitting there walking around and I'm just piling stuff up, I'm like, well, then I got to go get the storage system. And then I got to go put all these things in the totes or in the bags. And then, well, now it doesn't make sense to wait to do it to tomorrow. It's already piled up tonight. What's the difference between doing it tonight and what's the difference between doing it tomorrow? I mean, Reed's already in bed, so it's not like I'm missing time with Reed. So I might as well just get this done. Might as well be productive. And all these things are running through my brain at 10:40 at night while my lovely wife is just inside 80% asleep, trying to act like she gives a damn.
Sure.
That I have some neurotic tendencies.
So she's helping, not helping, kind of somewhere in the
she assisted.
middle?
I wouldn't say that she didn't help, but I've also understood that this is my mental burden to bear.
Okay. Well, I think the real issue here is Katie.
You see,
no offense.
Oh, you weren't catching my offense.
She stopped listening years ago.
Now you're speaking my language. Because
sounds like she's enabling you.
I needed someone to blame for this.
Yeah.
Because whenever you don't actually want to do the work, right? Like, let's say something goes on in your life, whether it doesn't matter, some type of bad thing happens, and you're like, boy, maybe I need to. Like, I should make time to get back in with my therapist. But then there's that other hand. It's the old devil on the shoulder and angel on the other shoulder, right? Yeah. Because what's the other shoulder say? It could be someone else's fault.
It's pretty much what you'll learn in therapy.
Yeah. Wouldn't know.
Always point the finger at someone else.
Now, Steve, you weren't the only house who's been asleep at the wheel. No offense.
No, of course not.
When I pulled into the
taking
Zach,
shots at my neighbors already.
When I pulled into the Zach, it seems like most homes, which is a normal thing. I think that is important too. Yeah. I don't want to overstate that. It is probably normal to allow those decorations to just be out for 48
hours. Let them breathe
hours.
For a day or two.
48 hours isn't crazy. Just because I'm sitting there at 11 o'clock pulling down a spider web from my roof.
By the way, you passed by the Halloween vomit house on the way here. Is it gone?
Nope, fully inflated.
Okay.
All the way up on November 2nd. Despicable.
Since September 1st.
It has, they celebrate
they put them
the
up
season.
The first day of September. Yeah. It was still 85 degrees when they had their Halloween decorations.
Incredible. But I did see the other homes with, the decor up. But I wanted that reminded me to ask you, because we left not a full cliffhanger, but I have a couple of questions. One, how did you get out of the house in the boxer brief bathrobe costume a week ago? Oh my gosh, I still haven't posted that picture. I am so sorry.
It's funny you mentioned that, because like an hour ago I was like, crap, did I ever send him that? But yes, I definitely did.
You sent me that one, and I forgot to schedule it to post. Please check our social medias right now. You can see Steve's final incarnation as Tony Soprano, with Annette as Carmela Soprano, before he met the teenage babysitter to pay to watch his kids, and before he left the neighborhood. Because I feel like you're someone who's really taken ownership of the cul-de-sac. And by ownership, I mean you don't want to be the weirdo anymore. Yeah. Right? So, I don't feel like you look fondly on people who saw you on the roof and were maybe perturbed. No. Or those months you had fencing along the side of the house, or a truck
before
parts.
Rec came and picked it up.
All of these things, you're like, oh man, this is a forever home. I want to make a good impression. And now they think I'm a federal boob inspector. And I have to explain that that's not a job.
I have to explain that normally I don't wear buckets as shoes.
Right. And, have like one lens popped out of a sunglasses but that's the only pair you got. So you got them.
I don't normally talk like this. Hey, neighbor.
Yeah, the way I describe it is you don't normally talk like you're constantly tipping over. Right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you, did any neighbors see, question, like, hey, Steve, hey, whoa, just the boxers tonight, huh? And did you have to explain yourself, or were you proactive? Were you like, hey guys, group chat, right? Hasn't been talked about since they ghosted you about Sackfest.
Zach.
Sorry, Zach. Again, I'm sorry. It's a thick morning, thick-tongued morning.
Big update coming on that, by the way.
Big update on Sackfest.
Zach.
Well, now I feel like we need to get through. How'd the costume go? Everything, yeah.
So, the babysitter got here at 6:30, Halloween night.
Answered with a paper full of meat.
Hey, you want some gabagool? I don't know what gabagool is.
Hey, so you believe this broad? You call her a broad. That really,
yeah.
really
13-year-old neighbor. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, they showed up, or she showed up, and I was dressed as I normally dress.
Okay.
Jeans, shirt.
You were a bit nervous. You didn't want that to be the intro. And
no, especially because, yes, we were going to a Halloween party, but it was like October 24th or something. So it was a week before Halloween. So it's not like, I mean, if she had been babysitting on Halloween and I answered the door dressed stupidly, it would have been okay. But I didn't want that. I didn't want any awkwardness at all. So I answer, or they show up, and we kind of gave them like the last minute. Okay, here's this, here's that, here's what we got to do. And the kids decided they wanted to go down into the basement with the babysitter to play, because they got their playroom down here. And we said, great, all right. We said goodbye to the kids. We, checked in with the babysitter one last time, and then we went upstairs. Annette was already dressed to the nines as Carm. And we were about to walk out into the garage to get in the car. I was like, I may as well just put the costume on right here in the kitchen. Now I had most of it on underneath my clothes, so it was a matter of taking off pants, taking off shirt, taking off socks and shoes, putting on a bathrobe.
So you had outfit on underneath. Well, not outfit, but like it was an undershirt and boxers.
Yeah, exactly.
And so you're hoping against hope. Oh boy, am I thirsty!
No, I had an ear to the stairs
as you're 1 foot out of pants.
Yeah,
as you try to like hop into the laundry room and then fall on your face, because that's nightmare scenario.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
And then somehow, because it's an America's Funniest Home Video, you end up with like half of some of your junk hanging out as you face planted with a bloody nose on your own kitchen floor.
Yeah, and somehow somebody hits me in the balls with a wiffle ball bat, because that's basically 80% of America's Funniest Home videos.
And then the crowd laughter in the back, and then Carlton. I forget his name. I don't know what his real name is.
Carlton.
Oh boy, what a dramatic fall that was!
So we walk out into the garage. I get in the car, and again, I'm wearing a bathrobe, flip-flops, boxers, and a wife beater.
Yeah.
And we drove 20 minutes to my friend Ben's house for the party. And I think I may have texted you and said, Tony was really onto something. That was the most comfortable I had ever been. It's about driving wearing a full-length bathrobe.
Oh, my gosh.
It was amazing.
Because I feel like when you sit down in your car, whether it's hot or cold, like if it's one of those days, right? And you're like, boy, I'm just hot or I'm just cold and I can't get warm or I can't get cooled down. But you didn't have that problem.
Didn't matter.
Because you had ventilation to the nines.
Yeah. If I was cold, just tie that rope.
Yeah.
little bit warm, untie it.
So you're sitting there, and I have one guess about while you're on your... How far away was this party? Like
20 minutes.
20
minutes.
minutes?
Yeah, 15, 20 minutes.
You probably had... you run into a stoplight, you're sitting there in the seat, and I think you're probably a touch self-conscious still that maybe you're trying to pull up to the car next to you, not exactly even.
Right. A little forward or a little back.
Because you don't want someone leaning over, seeing bathrobe, boxer brief, flip-flop Steve, and going, what in the world? This is a week before Halloween. Is this just how he lives?
Right. Honestly, I was more concerned... because I wouldn't have cared if somebody saw me.
Okay.
But I would have been... I was more concerned...
radio show.
Oh, no. I didn't even think about that.
Is that a net? Hey, guys.
I was more concerned with, oh man, how's this going to look if I take my eyes off the road for a minute and I start weaving a little bit, and then the lights go on in the rear view mirror, and I get pulled out of the car and have to do a sobriety test on the side of the road.
I tell you what we'd be doing today. Calling that police department and paying for any footage we need to.
Yeah, Freedom of Information Act.
Oh, come on, guys.
Oh, don't you recognize me?
Oh, my God. If you had the foresight, if you had gotten pulled and stayed in character because you knew you were sober and thought, well, I might as well make a show out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
My God.
Might as well make it worth it.
Oh, now that would be Carlton Banks narrating that the whole way.
So, yeah, luckily the ride there was very uneventful. Got to the party, walked up, and it was a nice enough night where they got a big 2-car garage. So there was like tables and food and everything, and they were playing darts out in the garage. So as I'm walking up the driveway, I can slowly tell all of the faces are turning and looking at me as I'm walking up, doing that Tony Soprano walk where he doesn't really lift his feet and he just kind of slides them, so it's making that. And I can kind of tell. Nobody has any clue who I am.
Oh, no!
But then one person, Tony Soprano!
Hey!
And then everybody, whether it was real or they were just feeling bad for me, they said, oh, that's great! And it was a big hit. Everybody loved it.
Because I think when you get to our age, Halloween party like that, for the most part, is going to be hey, I bought the cop from the Halloween store, or this onesie because it's nice and warm, so I'm Scooby. Yeah. Right?
Or like the thing 1, thing 2, thing 3, thing 4.
Right.
Yeah.
So you doing it a little bit uniquely, it might take some getting used to.
Yeah.
But
it's a 25-year-old reference.
Yes.
On a TV show that everyone I know watched it, but I don't know most of these people, and I don't know their sensibilities. I don't know if they were into mob dramas from the early aughts.
Hey, you remember the greatest show ever produced? It ended 17 years ago on HBO. Right. Back when a time when HBO wasn't like
bundled in with Disney Plus or whatever.
HBO for the longest, it wasn't like the middle classes thing, right? Like, hey, extra money for TV, and no, that's crazy. We'll go to Blockbuster and get the movie that's on there. We're not going to do that. But for me, I would be deathly terrified until I got that one.
That's all I needed.
One.
That's all I needed. And again, most of the people there I didn't know, or I had met maybe one time before at the previous year's Halloween party.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we knew the people throwing the party and 1 or 2 other people. So the older I've gotten, the less I've cared about being the butt of the joke or the guy that everyone's pointing at and laughing at. I don't care. Well, you want to laugh at me? Go ahead. I am so secure in who I am and where I am in life. I'm just not going to worry. Chances are I'm not even going to notice because I'm also a little bit oblivious when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Well, sure, but also 80% of being a parent and kind of a dad, I think. And not like I'm putting down anything that mom, but a lot of times dads will be those butts of the joke, right? Like, hey, if we're wrestling on the ground and you hit me, I'm going to be the one overacting, being the butt of the joke, falling over myself, all of that stuff, right?
Fine with that.
Used to it. Happy to do it, right? If it's going to get a laugh out of the little ones, fantastic. Happy to do it. So there you were, rolling around on the ground, trying to get a laugh out of these adults at the Halloween party.
Yelling about gabagool.
As we sit here, I do not want to get removed. I need to find out what's going on with Sackfest because it is in November. But we've got, 351 days. I don't know why. 350 to 360 days right now. Mm-hmm. You think you can get me on the list next year?
You want to end this year? I know that you had some stuff going on the night.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, update for everybody. Katie didn't go splat. She's fine. Landed. No thanks. By the way, saw it happen. All set.
Okay.
No thanks. Right. I am.
Was it completely dark when she jumped? She was skydiving.
I wouldn't say it was completely dark, but it was.
But dusk.
It was on its way. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was. You could see the night lights of the city nearby were there. It was all too. I'm not going to use a negative term about it, but it was so bang the way it was going, and I just feel like I don't know. I guess I just figured there'd be like a pastor there administering last rites in case things happen. Or like an official, like you're now certified to, strap onto my back and jump. But there wasn't. It was like hop into this 2-seater. Oh, hey, you, what's your name again? Kyle, can you come start the propeller for me?
Nonsense. They're professionals.
No question that they're professionals. It felt so like those people who do that for a living are not the type of people that I am normalized with.
Right, yeah. It's completely different than anything you can imagine.
And living that way.
You saying you're not a thrill seeker?
Boy, couldn't think of someone less. But we digress. 355 days away.
Yeah.
Could you
want the invite?
Start working my way in the list?
I think I can get you on there.
All right.
I'll text Ben right now.
Maybe I'll go as something super relevant, like a hanging Chad. From the 2000.
Right. So you're just going to dress as a big piece of paper.
Yeah.
With a bunch of holes punched in you.
Yeah.
But one like kind of off a little bit.
Yeah, but no, hear me out. I'm going to find a famous Chad and have a miniature version of him hanging out of that hole.
That's a great idea. Maybe put a noose around his neck.
So I'll be doing the best hits from 26 years ago. Right. For all the Halloween needs.
Yeah, and if anybody sneers at you, just look at them and say, whatever, ghost. Oh, okay, Grim Reaper.
Hey, boo, zombie man. Yeah, I'm talking about election fraud. If you want to
something we don't talk about enough here.
You want to get serious, I'll be the one sitting by himself drinking the witch's brew in the corner. Okay? You want to talk election reform, I'm your man.
That's the one thing the party didn't have. It didn't have a cauldron.
Like I thought you were about to say election reform.
No.
It didn't have a bubbling cauldron?
No.
Okay.
Was some kind of punch or brew?
Second guessing if I want to.
And a witch stirring it?
I mean, was it like, did it feel like the Halloween environment? Was there like web anywhere? Was it just a house though?
No, I mean, everything was good. Maybe next year. Okay, I'll get you on the invite list for next year. Yeah. And I'll say, Kyle heard. By the way, Kyle is a friend of mine.
Yeah, we'll come back to him in a minute. So I have something else to ask.
Kyle heard that you didn't have any witch's brew.
Yeah.
At your party, and Kyle is a witch's brew aficionado.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you get him on the list for next year?
How do you not have a cauldron of some community beverage and nobody knows what it is?
No, and it's got to be steaming. It's got to be bubbling. Like a little dry ice or something.
They sell misters.
Yeah.
You just put it in the liquid and it bubbles and sends some mist out.
Yeah.
Get a ladle, scoop it into your cup.
Yeah. It's got to have, there's got to be a ladle.
Yes.
Got to be a small cup.
Listen,
I'll get you on the list.
If I'm going to have to step in and save this party in 2026, then so be it. Mm-hmm. Happy to do it. Hanging Chad, there with... Can't wait to go to explain to all the people who weren't born...
See, this one ballots.
So back when you had to punch a bet. No, come back. No, I'm not hitting on you. I'm married. I just want to explain elections.
I got an 8-year-old kid, for Christ's sake.
You don't want to talk about the impact of Al Gore on the 2000 Supreme Court? And then I go home and take out my decorations. It's sadly.
All right. Pencil it in. It's usually the Saturday. So next year, Halloween's on a Saturday.
Yeah. So it'll be like the 24th.
So it should be the 24th. 23rd, maybe, but probably 24th.
You have my attention.
I'm going to get you on the list.
Oh, we got a year to make it happen.
Yeah.
Let me know if I need to, juice any of those avenues, smooth them over, maybe drop a friend request to be like, hey, I remember, is this a Ben I know? There's a Ben I know. Is this a Ben I know?
Ben, you know.
Or is this a Ben I know?
No.
Okay, so is this Ben who helps with the Jeep occasionally?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, Christ almighty, maybe not.
I will get you on the list. Maybe next year. Maybe next year is the year.
Yeah.
No, I love hanging Chad. I love that idea.
Boy, I gotta tell you, for an off-the-cuff idea that I hadn't thought about 30 seconds before saying it, pretty proud of it.
I love that idea, but maybe next year is the year that we do the quartet of Sopranos characters. Katie, does Katie have like an affinity for any one of the characters on there? Does she have a favorite?
Probably not. But this gives us ample time to pull together next year's.
You can rewatch the whole series in that time.
We have plenty of time, though, to do the Tony, Silvio, Carmela, Adriana team up.
I still love the idea of you being Furio, though.
I do, yeah. Of all of the four of us, me being Furio, so I got to get a big beak and then a ponytail wig and some gold-encrusted shirts. I'm happy to be Furio and just follow you around.
Yeah, and
because I'm security.
Start
right?
every sentence with how you say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. With the fingers.
Yeah.
Too, every time. Yeah. Oh, boy. Okay. I'm happy to do I love that idea. I love that. Family Sopranos.
What's Furio's last name? Like Gunta? Or
he had one?
Junta? It was something. Punta?
Furio from Sopranos.
I thought it was Furio Gunta.
Giunta. However,
yeah.
it would be the Junta. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
God almighty, that's a big nose. Happy to do it. Happy to get the prosthetics necessary to pull off Furio.
Kyle, I got to tell you about something huge that has happened in the last week. I don't know if you remember, but
my attention very peaked.
But before we left here, I think we recorded on a Saturday morning. Mm-hmm. I had told you that I was taking Evelyn to a bounce house place for a birthday party. For a kid in her class who had gotten sent out an invitation for 6th birthday party. Mm-hmm. And as soon that was the first friend birthday party, school friend birthday party thing that she had been invited to. And she was super excited about that. Wanted to go. So we RSVP'd. Yep. Cool.
No nerves, no nothing, ready to go?
No. She was really, because, it's at a bounce house place. So she was already thrilled about that. And so I think it was from 1 to 3 o'clock on Saturday. So we finished up the podcast here, went upstairs. She was all ready. We hopped in the car and we drove there. And we walked in. Place is absolutely packed. I hadn't been to this one before. And so went over, set all of our stuff down. You got the socks. And then we're like, all right, go out, bounce, jump, do whatever you want until this time. And then meet back in this room. And we're going to have pizza and ice cream and cake and open presents. So initially, it was just me and her. She didn't see anyone she knew because everybody had already kind of scattered out into the place. Mm-hmm. And, then she ended up bumping into one of her friends from school. So they kind of paired up and they were doing all the things. And I was doing my dadly duty of sitting in the very comfortable recliners, watching them, just kind of looking up from my phone every now and then, being like, yep.
Making sure there were no broken bones.
Yeah. She's still here. Cool. So at one point she runs up to me and she said, Dad, can me and so-and-so go over to, the whatever, the big trampoline, the open spot where it's just all trampolines. And then there's the angled trampolines against the wall. And I was like, yeah, do what you want. So she was going over there. I followed her over and I sat in one of the recliners right there. A minute later, somebody comes up and they sit down in a chair, couple couple chairs down from me. And I'm just sitting there. I just hear him, and he says to me, "Oh, is that your daughter over there?" And I said, and he's pointing at Evelyn. I said, "Oh, yeah. That's my daughter, Evelyn." And he says, "Oh, she's playing with my daughter." I said, "Oh, okay. Cool. All right."
Oh, boy.
And I recognized the daughter. I said, "Oh, that's so-and-so. She's in Evelyn's class, right?"
Got it.
And he said, "Yep." "Oh, okay. So you guys are also here for so-and-so's birthday party." "Yes." And so I just talked to him for a minute. Now, in our district, there's like 5 elementary schools.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody's in your elementary school, chances are they live pretty close to you, like right in your neighborhood.
Right.
So he says to me, "Oh, Evelyn." He said, "Do you guys live on this street?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "You guys live right next to so-and-so and so-and-so." And I said, "Yeah, how'd you know that?" He said, "We live right in back of them." I was like, "Oh, that's crazy. Small world."
Oh, this is already like too many degrees of like, hey, I know you, that I want nothing of.
Yeah. So I said, "Oh, no way." Because Evelyn and this other little girl, they're buds. And it turns out that they live 50 feet from us.
Okay.
Like if you look out our kitchen window, you see their house. I was like, holy crap, that's amazing. They've been in school together for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
They're buds. We never knew that they literally lived right behind us.
God, aren't kids so dumb, though?
Yeah.
You know, they had to have seen each other out there, right? No. What did they just do?
You could have heard them if they were just sitting there talking.
They do look at each other from 150 feet away and go, well, I'm never going to mention this again.
No, but it turns out that these people are friends with our neighbor because their younger son is friends with our neighbor's young son. They go to the same preschool together. Mm-hmm. So we're like, oh, this is great. Oh, well, we'll have to get the kids together and play. So we go to leave at the end of the party. And I said, let me get your number. So if the kids want to play, we can all get them together.
That's quick.
Yeah.
That's a quick move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was putting myself out there.
Yeah. I mean, you've been begging for these neighborhood relationships.
Kyle, I've made so many friends in the last week.
Oh, no.
It's absurd how many numbers I've exchanged.
Okay.
So many friends. So I just sent him a text. I said, Steve, it's Evelyn's dad. Mm-hmm. Send it off. So the next morning, Sunday, we're hanging out at the house doing whatever. And I get a text from this number. And he says, hey, so-and-so was super excited to see that Evelyn lives right behind us. She wanted to know if Evelyn would want to play today. Mm-hmm. And I said, sounds great. We got nothing planned. He said, all right, cool. I said, we're going to be outside all day. So if the kids want to come over and play in the backyard, that would be great. He said, all right, cool. We'll walk over in a half hour or so. So then him and his wife and their daughter, like when I say that they're close, they cut through the backyard and were at our house in about a minute.
Yeah.
And so I met his wife. Oh, hey, nice to meet you. Blah, blah, blah. The kids talk about your daughter all the time. Uh-huh. Come on over. So the kids go in the backyard and play. I talked to the parents for another minute or so, and then they left. And they said, text me if there's any issues or if you're tired of them, send them over here. Blah, blah,
just
blah.
Left, huh? Okay.
So, so they.
Well, after I do the first date, first play date thing, hey, just an observer.
Yeah. So they go off. They do their thing.
They do their 6-year-old kid things.
Yes. Just that mostly center around yelling.
I was going to say, mostly just noise and dirt.
High-pitched squeals.
Mm-hmm. Boy, fun.
And they had a blast. They eventually went over to their house, played there for a little while, which made poor Nikki absolutely distraught.
Oh, no.
It was rough.
Do we need to make a play date with Nikki and then so he can point back at everyone and go, ha ha?
No, luckily this girl has a younger brother who's about Nikki's age. He just wasn't at the house at the time. But
at his job?
Yeah. Yeah, he was out working. They had a great time. Eventually, Evelyn came home. And so the dad texted me again that night. He said, hey, that was great. I'm sure that they would love to do it more, blah, blah, blah. Text me if they ever want to get together again. Mm-hmm. And he said, hey, by the way.
Love the podcast.
No, he did not. No.
He's waiting.
He's
to bring
probably
that
just
up.
waiting. Yeah, he probably doesn't
Sorry,
wanna...
I got ahead of
He's
myself.
probably a
I'm
big
sorry.
fan of yours.
Listen. Probably.
He says to me, "Now look, they, as you know, I live here on the Zach. The house that they're in, it's also on a Zach.
A neighboring Zach.
We got Zachs backed up. We got
back-to-back Zachs.
back-to-back Zachs.
Oh, wow.
So
that's a power unknown to neighborhoods.
And I've always been jealous of their Zach because at all times of the year,
keep that down.
I know.
You don't want to listen. You don't want to offend the neighboring Zachs.
But at all times of year, I look over there and they're having like block parties and they got a bounce house. And you can tell that they're all the kids are swimming in the one pool and they're just having a blast. And I've said to Annette, we got to infiltrate that Zach.
Because, just as a quick aside, I'm not allowed to infiltrate your Zach.
Correct.
For Zach Fest.
Yeah.
After helping set up. Mm-hmm. But you're going to infiltrate a neighboring Zach, the back-to-back Zach, because you like what that Zach is doing better than your own current Zach.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say you nailed that. That's pretty accurate.
Beautiful.
So he texts me and says, by the way, next weekend,
oh no,
our cul-de-sac is getting together for a euchre tournament.
Jesus Christ. By the way, I just physically shivered at the thought of a text going out between Zach members themselves.
Yeah.
Going, hey, y'all, want to link up and play some euchre?
Euchre, if you're not familiar, it's a card game.
Yeah.
Very, very popular.
Pretty Midwest.
In the state of Michigan. Yeah. I'd never heard of it before I moved here. Have no desire to want to learn how to play either.
Oh, well, can't wait to hear this conversation unfolded then.
He said, it's going to start around noon. There's going to be a bounce house. There's going to be pumpkins for the kids to paint.
Okay. Well, obviously they don't follow the
day after Halloween.
Get the day after Halloween rules.
Kids don't care.
You need me to show up at 11:55 and throw those things in a dumpster?
I could give Evelyn a pumpkin in April, and she'd be like, "Huh, it's Halloween, time to paint it."
As the kids line up with their paintbrushes excitedly, I drive in, jump out, point like very no,
sorry kids,
no,
these are expired,
and stop them, and then leave.
You actually make them put them under your rear tire.
Line them up, please. And then watch. Take 3 steps back and you watch. This is how we treat November pumpkins.
I just do a burnout, spray pumpkin seeds over all these kids.
Unless these are going to be mashed up and put into pie for Thanksgiving, gone.
So we got the invite to their version of Zach Fest.
Mm-hmm.
I said, that's very nice of you.
Winter Zach Fest.
I said, cool. We have a little bit going on early in the day. We should be able to make it. So yesterday at about 3 o'clock, we got the kids all dressed up, cut through the backyard. Mm-hmm. We knocked on the door, and we were welcomed with open arms into the rival Zach Fest euchre tournament.
Oh, so this was on Halloween.
This happened yesterday.
Oh, I apologize. I was a week off. I thought you meant for next week. Pumpkins?
Pumpkins?
Okay. I'm removing my car tire from the situation.
So we get in there, and the first people we see is our neighbors. Our neighbors right next to us. What? Hey, how are you guys? And then we were kind of introduced to everybody in the group.
Yeah.
And then the euchre tournament started. I didn't play, but I was socializing with some of the other people that weren't playing at that time.
So you're bothering the people playing.
Okay, yeah. Hey, what's a J mean?
Is the King of Hearts good? Across the table, and again, for some reason, one finger up your nose, the other one's in your ear.
Yeah.
And a bucket.
Got my bucket shoes on. And we were having a great time. And after about, 2 or 3 rounds of the game, I'm sitting there talking to somebody. And one of the women looks at me and she says, we've always wondered what goes on in your cul-de-sac over there. Mm-hmm. And I said, really? Well, we've always wondered about what goes on in your cul-de-sac over here. And she said, and I quote, and I'm also going to do the hand motion that she did.
Demonstrative people on the other side. Okay.
Look, this was exciting and disappointing at the same time.
I'm very nervous right now. I feel like I've walked in on something I wasn't supposed to encounter. Like, I feel like you stumbled on a conspiracy, and I don't even know what the conspiracy would be, but I need to hear the outcome.
I think that for months, maybe years, we've wanted to get together with them. They've wanted to get together with us, but we were all too nervous to pull the trigger to make the first step. She said to me, I think, she put her hands up, we need to combine the sacks.
Oh, God. Okay.
She called it sack, not Zach.
And then she scissored.
She made it.
Which would be what teenagers do when they're talking about two females enjoying each other's company.
I was, on one hand, so excited because nobody likes making friends more than this guy.
Yeah, but is that what you want to be friends with?
But I was so disappointed because she called it the sack, not the Zach.
Well, maybe she's got a heavy lisp. That's what.
And everybody kind of cheered, yeah, we gotta do this. And within 5 minutes, there was talk about taking out a section of fence to put in a gate.
What?
To make cutting through easier. Now, to any new listeners, Kyle's not a big fan of his neighbors.
No,
so this idea is revolting to him.
Hey, let's make structural integrity changes based on childhood friendships. What could go wrong? And you got a revolving door of idiots sneaking in and out of your yards.
I think we're all pals now.
Did you show them at any point during Euchre Halloween Fest 2025? Did you show them at all the digital art you had created for what you wanted to do this summer before Justin with a Y ghosted you on SACFest? Did you show them?
I did not.
Okay. I'm happy for you. And it just goes to show that no Benedict Arnold goes unpunished. How long until you feel a pang? I'm not going to quantify it. A pang of guilt as you're headed over to the new sack and you feel the eyeballs.
No.
From your neighbors that you've communicated. Maybe the neighbors that have bought the Gobies.
No, it's not. That's not going to happen. I think we are going to be united as one big sack.
That's how all divorces go.
Oh, our family's not splitting up. It's getting bigger.
You get double the birthdays.
2 Christmases.
Just this Christmas without Dad. And the other one without Mom.
But don't worry, because Christmas 2 comes on December 29th.
Another very quick question that I was wondering while you were telling me that.
Okay.
Did you ask any of them if they knew of the person who called the fire department on you?
Oh, they all know.
Ding! I knew you would ask, and I knew somewhere down there is still an ounce of you that wants to be like, oh,
they all know. They all know.
That's all I needed. Validation.
Yeah.
Well, congrats, Benedict. I hope you enjoy your new family.
Again, we're combining.
That's
we're
right.
not getting smaller.
Sorry.
We're getting bigger.
It's a sack thruple.
Oh, boy. I really feel like life is coming together.
I am thrilled for you. This has been your dream since you moved into this little hellscape. Yeah. And thrilled for you.
Oh. Big news. Big news on the Zach.
Listen.
I guess I have to call it the sack now.
Oh, God. Well, I think you need to get comfortable enough with this lady to, one, tell her to not do hand scissors again. And two, implore her to understand that calling it sack has a negative connotation as well.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
And then explain the lore behind the podcast and that I do it, and you get it.
Yeah. I'm sure they're big fans. They probably get it. I've already sent the text out asking for the invite for you for next year for the Halloween party.
On the clock.
No reply as of yet.
Oh.
But I can see that he has read the message.
Oh. Huh.
Get back to that next week, baby.
Need an application?
Start working on the Witch's Brew. All right. Well, we'll talk to you next week. Be sure to go to social media and see the picture of me and Annette.
Tony and Carmela is posted at Steve and Kyle. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Blue Sky. Please check that out. Steve,
the music ran out.
Steve very offended the neighbor babysitter.
We'll talk to you next week.
See ya.